You think this has nothing to do with engineering, but it does. Most of the systems you deal with every day, at work, at home, in organizations, you were never really taught how they work, only how to follow them.
That's actually true.
And today, we're going to start with something simple. Something you've done your whole life without realizing what it means.
Just let me ask you something. Think about the last time you went to buy vegetables. You didn't just walk in and buy a month's worth of spinach, right?
Definitely not. It would be a swamp in my fridge by Wednesday.
Exactly. You bought just enough.
Maybe 3 days worth, plus a small buffer in case you decided to make a salad on Friday. And you didn't even realize it? But in that moment, you were thinking like an industrial engineer.
Wait, what? Grocery shopping makes me an engineer? That feels like a stretch.
It's not. Let's not jump directly to conclusions.
You just practiced a pull system. You responded to real demand, based on what you actually need, not a forecast. In lean terms, that's just in time. You avoided muda, the Japanese word for waste. You did it naturally. No certification, no black belt, no master class. It's just your intuition.
Okay, but if it's that natural, why does it feel so complicated when we talk about it at work?
And that's where things start to break. Somewhere between your kitchen and the corporate office, we stopped teaching people how to think and started teaching them how to memorize labels and tools.
You've mentioned before that this field has a bit of an identity crisis.
Well, to be honest, a massive one. I remember being in a supply chain competition. Me and my team found a real solution to a massive bottleneck. I was proud of it. I presented it to a director, a guy with decades of experience. And do you know what his first question was?
Was it about ROI? I mean, return on investment.
Well, he did not. He asked, "What is the technical term for the methodology you used?"
Of course.
I paused. Frankly, not because I didn't know, but because I was shocked. It was like I had just performed CPR and saved a life, and the doctor asked me if I knew the Latin name for the bandage. I had turned a push system into a pull system, like the vegetables. But he wanted the label. He wanted the vocabulary. That's when I realized. Most of our industry is obsessed with the name of the tool, but they've completely forgotten the logic of the work.
Yeah, people are becoming more obsessed with labels lately. Anyway, where did we lose the plot? Did it start with the assembly line?
Earlier. It started with a guy named Frederick Taylor in the 1800s. He invented scientific management. He wanted to find the one best way to do everything. He'd stand over workers with a stopwatch, timing every movement.
That sounds stressful.
Definitely. It was. And here's the thing. Taylor's ghost is still in your office today. Every time a manager looks at you as a resource instead of a human, or insists on a standard that doesn't make sense just because it's the process, that's Taylor.
So let me guess. Then Henry Ford took that and put it on wheels?
Yes, exactly. Ford was great at making one thing for everyone. But when the world wanted variety, the one best way broke. We ended up with warehouses full of stuff nobody wanted. We started pushing work onto people. And that's why your inbox is full and your projects are late. We're still using 19th century logic to solve 21st century problems.
So if the push system is the villain, is Kaizen the hero?
Only if you understand what it actually is. People think Kaizen is a corporate workshop. It's not. Think about the first time you cooked a meal. You probably oversalted it. The second time, you adjusted. The third time, you changed the heat.
Well, that's just learning.
No. That is Kaizen. It's a Japanese word. Kai means change, and Zen means for the better. But it's more than just a word. It's what curious, attentive humans do naturally when they aren't being suppressed by a rigid system.
So it's about freedom to improve?
Exactly. After World War II, Japan realized they couldn't compete with American size. So they competed with American thinking. They trusted the person closest to the work to improve the work. The mindset wasn't about control. It was about empowerment. It was about giving people the chance to improve the work and actually see their ideas matter.
That's interesting. I kind of lost track. Let's go back to the vegetables.
Yeah, that's a lot. Let's simplify it. Lean isn't a toolkit you carry around. It's a lens. Once you see the world through the logic of value and waste, you can't unsee it. You see it in hospitals, in schools, and definitely in your own kitchen.
So, if I'm listening to this and I feel like my job is just one giant push system, what now?
We start by questioning the system. I'm not here to give you a lecture. I'm here because I've been there. I once had to lead a massive Six Sigma project with zero help. My boss told me, "You're a consultant now. Figure it out." And I realized the books were useless because they told me what to do, but not why I was doing it.
So, logic first?
Always. On this channel, we aren't going to talk about certifications or black belts yet. We are going to talk about the thinking that makes those things actually work.
Speaking of thinking, what's next on the roadmap? I know we have a lot of topics to cover, but where do we start?
Actually, I want the roadmap to come from the people watching this. If we're truly talking about empowerment and Kaizen, it has to start right here.
I love that. So, instead of us choosing, we want to hear from you. What is the biggest system failure you're seeing at work right now?
Exactly. Is it a recruitment process that feels broken? A standard that hasn't been updated in a decade? Or just a system that makes you feel like a cog in a machine?
Drop a comment below and tell us what you want us to deconstruct in the next episode. We're going to be reading every single one of them.
Yeah. Let's build a better system, one question at a time. Because the best improvement always starts with a better question. See you in the next one.